Chapter 14 addresses new industry developments in the 1990s, as well as age demographics and the rise of classic rock from the past. By the early 90s, vinyl record sales had almost completely been replaced by CDs, with many record stores going out of business completely. Classic rock, which was initially a radio format, had a broad appeal to a large number of aging rock music enthusiasts. A 20-something member of the 60s counterculture was in their 60s by the 1990s and still buying music and appreciating the rock music of the past. This older music consumer helped revive and continue the careers of many classic rock groups. Some new rock traditions in the 90s expanded upon previously established styles. The return of the jam band style, which emphasized live performances, had its origins in bands like the Grateful Dead and the Allman Brothers. In the 90s, the jam band style was revitalized by bands like Vermont-based Phish and the Dave Matthews Band formed in Virginia. Britpop was quite popular in the 90s, with Oasis and the Smashing Pumpkins reviving the enthusiasm of the original British invasion music of the 60s. Another British group, Radiohead, continued to explore progressive rock styles that had been dominated by British bands of the past like Pink Floyd, Yes, and King Crimson. The female singer-songwriter category experienced huge growth in the 90s. A large variety of women wrote and sang their own stories and truths in the 90s to great chart and record sales success. Some of the women in this time period include Tori Amos, the Indigo Girls, Sarah McLachlan, Jewel, and Alanis Morissette. The 1990s was also the renewal of the boy bands and at least one girl band. The formula that had worked for Motown was implemented on new groups of boys who had good looks, were able to dance, and who could sing. Groups like Boyz II Men, the Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC had chart-topping hit after hit. Over in England, a group of girls combined R&B and dance music with girl power messages and topped the charts. They were the Spice Girls. The Disney talent machine, who gave former Mouseketeers Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello their start in the early 60s, continued to find and promote talented pop artists in the 90s. Former Mouseketeers Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera emerged to great success during this time. The 90s were also a time for thriving hip-hop and rap scenes. East Coast and West Coast rap splintered into many sub-styles. West Coast rap was partially represented by Death Row Records and artists. East Coast rap, label Bad Boy Records, formed by Sean Combs, embodied some of those artists. A white rapper from Detroit, Michigan emerged during the 90s. Eminem's style and music changed many people's perceptions about hip-hop, rap, and race in this category of the music business during this time.